Hi everybody, tennis coach Robert here with Carlbo Tennis. I'd like to thank the folks over here at the John Geigel YMCA, formerly the North Pinellas YMCA. Thank you guys for letting us do this video here today. So today I'm going to talk about how tennis is one of the most dangerous sports out there. I play tennis. I've been coaching tennis for a very long time, but I have to be honest with you guys, it is a very, very dangerous sport. And it's, I can't tell you how dangerous it is. So let me go ahead and tell you what I mean by that. So what happened is, tennis, unlike many other sports, you have professional tennis players, professional athletes, and then you have recreational players and athletes who are trying to do what highly skilled professional players are doing. So for example, in football, the quarterback, we see a quarterback, but we don't see recreational middle-aged men in this case suiting up and getting ready to go and play football, and where people are coming at full speed and tackling them. They don't do that. You don't necessarily see middle-aged men going out and playing soccer and getting tackled and doing all the things that professional athletes are doing. One of my great friends is a mountain climber / ice climber, and he goes out, he's a highly skilled athlete. You don't see most recreational people going out to try to do these kinds of things. However, in tennis, because we watch things on TV and so on, we want to go ahead and we try to copy highly skilled professional athletes. And this is a huge problem. This is why we have massive amounts of injuries in tennis. That's why we have lack of improvement in tennis. That's why we have all these different issues going on, because we have middle-aged women and men, recreational tennis players, trying to do everything they can to copy some of the most skilled and physically fit athletes in the world. So let me go ahead and tell you, give you a compare and contrast. Okay, so most recreational people, I'll use for the sake of this example, a man, wakes up in the morning and goes to work. When they go to work, they sit down on a computer and they work for a couple of hours. And then because of all the sitting, the stress of the back and everything else, they get up, go to another room, sit down to recover. That's called a break. After the break, where they sat down, they walk a couple of steps into another room and sit down and get back into this position where they're working on the phone, etc. Okay, this happens at lunch as well, where people get up, they sit down, and they do these kinds of things. At some point in time, they may have a break. And when they have a break, they go ahead and they get on their phones or get on a computer and they look at YouTube videos, etc., watching highly skilled professional athletes with tennis coaches and the like telling you how to hit the ball like Federer, making comparison videos with Federer. Federer does this, Nadal does this, Djokovic does this. You pick the player and you need to be able to do what these players are doing in order for you to have success. If not, you're not going to be a good tennis player. And we also have to think about what the goals are. But anyway, let's just take it one step further. So after these middle-aged men and women are done, they come home, they have a limited amount of time. Then they come to play tennis, and when they come to play tennis, they walk to the tennis facility, and when they walk to the tennis facility from their car, they sit down and wait until the group of players come to play doubles. They sit down and wait. Once everyone gets together, they get on the court, hit a couple of forehand and backhands, and then don't even warm up the serve and start playing. And if they're playing singles, they're going to go ahead and they're going to do the latest and greatest thing from these extremely highly skilled players. Let me remind you and tell you this very, very carefully. While you guys were working, sitting at your desk in this kind of a position, these players have some of the most skilled and talented people working on their diet, working on their fitness, working on their game, working on their flexibility, working on all these things. And these people are doing these things to improve their ranking and to improve their physical ability. It is a joke for you to think that you're going to be able to do what these highly skilled players are doing. You're going to get injured, you're going to get disappointed, you're going to get hurt. It's a losing proposition. You have to take this stuff seriously, because what happened is this. Once you go out there and play, and you go and feel you're stressing and you're doing all this stuff here, incorrect technique because you're trying to do something that these highly skilled players are doing. You get the badge of honor in tennis, the wristband or the tennis elbow band. Great stuff, right? No, it's a total failure. It's a joke. You're going in the wrong direction. And if you get into a certain age where you get injured and you have to recover, that could be the end of your tennis career. Okay, so stop the madness. Do what you're able to do. Do what you can do. Stop trying to copy these highly skilled professional athletes. We all have skills that we can do and develop to become better tennis players, okay? At the end of the day, it's about movement. It's about being able to go ahead and use rotation and throw the ball correctly. Understand the basic human movements. I've talked about that in other videos. To be able to move, to be able to lunge, to be able to twist, pull, push, being able to track balls, being able to do all these things, hitting balls while in balance. We need to work on that. You can go ahead and train all day long and try to hit a ball like this. Remember, you've been in the office all day long. You haven't been on a ball working to develop the strength to do this. Do you think that you're going to be able to hit the ball into the court? You're watching Federer taking a step like this, these highly skilled players. It's a joke. It will never happen. So you stop the madness. Work on improving your footwork to get the ball into the right spot. Work on tracking the ball. Work on the things that matter: consistency, accuracy, direction, keeping the ball in play, understanding patterns, hit the ball cross court, hit the ball down the line, instead of just going around, hitting the ball as hard as you can and trying to do all of this stuff here without proper technique, because this is something you perceive that the professionals are doing. You have no understanding of hitting the ball to the left or to the right. It's just this massive movement where you have a huge risk of injury. And the thing is this, for some guys, they go ahead and they do this. At the end of the night, they are done. They go, they take some pills and stuff because their bodies are in so much pain. And then the next day, it's a 50-50 chance. Maybe I play, maybe I don't. My body is aching so much from the overexertion when I was out there playing the night before. We have to stop this. We have to put things into perspective. You guys are not playing tennis for money. You're playing tennis to improve. You want to go from a 3.5 to a 4.0. You're not trying to get $1 million playing on the tour, okay? Many of you are super skilled in whatever field you're doing. I am not an accountant. I would never be a good accountant. I have an accountant that does my taxes. I'm not a doctor, okay? So I go to a professional who can help me with this. I don't all of a sudden go around and self-diagnose myself and do all these other things, okay? So we have to take things in perspective, because at the end of the day, this is a wonderful sport if done correctly. I have had tons of joy and fun with this, and I hope you guys have the same thing. Stop the frustration, the injuries, etc. Okay? So we want to go ahead and play tennis and not go out there hitting balls and doing all this excessive stuff that's going to cause all these problems. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. The people over at YouTube, they track these things and so on, and it allows me to make more of these videos, okay? Thank you so much, and until next time, go out and play tennis and have some fun.
For more information on Carbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com, or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/carbotennis. Tennis for the people. This video was an ADCI LLC production and was filmed at the North Pinellas YMCA located in Palm Harbor, Florida.